guys, and welcome to my September wrap-up and October TBR. So, I have some bad news. I barely read any books for this month. It's kind of embarrassing for me, but I have only read 7 books in total, and I'm currently on my 8th, but I'm like 30 pages in. So the book that I finished the second half of was the last book in the Lion Game series, which is the 6th book, I think, 7 Minutes in Heaven, and kind of really shocked by the ending. And I know some people kind of expected it, but I was in denial. I bawled my eyes out at the end. The ending was just really sad, and I think I gave it 3 stars. The other book that I'm actually only halfway through is Just One Day by Gail Forman. I'm actually here. So technically I'm not really halfway through, but I'm on page around 150. I was so excited for this, but now I'm kind of disappointed. I'm not really enjoying it as much as I thought I would, and I kind of had a lot of review books piling up, and I knew that I'm not going to be able to read a lot this month, so I put this down, but I'm hoping to finish this next month. Now moving on to my review books, I read a total of 6 review books, and I'm quite happy with that because I'm now almost sort of on track. They're not really in order, but I guess that's the first one that I read. And the first book that I read is Frozen by Melissa De La Cruz and Michael Johnston. This is the first book of the Heart of Dread series, and I know I said in my last video that I'm kind of dreading how I'm gonna be feeling about this book because I have not liked a single one of Melissa De La Cruz's books, but I have to say that I really enjoyed this one. I had a couple of issues with a couple of things, but overall I ended up giving it 3.5, and the plot was so quick, so fast. The next book on the list is Pretenders by Lisa Harrison, and I'm kind of shocked after reading this book because even though the synopsis is kind of misleading. It says here 3 girls, 2 guys, and 5 big secrets, and apparently it's told from 5 different POVs, and they're all in their freshman year of high school, so I didn't even know that they were that young. And they kind of have these diaries their English teacher gives them, and they have to fill it up for the whole year. For the longest time, I could not distinguish between the characters. I was that confused. They were so confusing, you barely got to know them, and there was no point to the plot. I still don't know what the hell are the 5 big secrets. Like, what are the 5 big secrets? Because I read a couple of scribbles of 5 little freshmen. No offense to any freshman high school students that are watching this video. But I don't want to read about your lives if they're just like normal little kiddie problems, because that's what it felt like here, and they were so immature, and I was so disappointed in this book. And apparently it's a series. We don't even get to know what the hell the ending is. So I ended up giving it 2 stars. Another book that I read is 6 Months Later by Natalie D. Richards. This book comes out October 1st, so on Tuesday. I really liked this. I was frustrated at times, but overall, this was a really good book. I really enjoyed it. Mystery fans, if you guys want to check this out, fans who have read The Girl Who Was Supposed to Die and also Truly Madly Deadly, you should definitely check this one out because they're kind of on the same wavelength, and I really enjoyed this, and I gave it 4 stars. Another book that I read is Unbreakable by Cami Garcia, and thank God I requested this book because I kind of had bad luck with the duo for Beautiful Creatures. I did not like that book, and then I read Margaret Stoll's Icons, and I really disliked that one. So I was like, okay, this is the last chance, since I have not read a book by Cami Garcia alone. I was like, let me just try it, and I did, and it was so good. I loved it. It has like ghosts and the whole secret society thing. I really enjoyed it. I ended up giving it 4.5 stars, and there are twin brothers in here. There's 2 girls and this really genius techie who's 14, and they kind of form this legion together because their ancestors were part of this legion to fight demons or bad ghosts or all that stuff. I'm glad that this is part of a series because I love this one, and I would like to continue on with the characters and know more about the characters because they're really interesting. So 4.5 stars, definitely pick this one up. Another win for this month is Endless by Jessica Shervington, the 4th book in the Violet Eden Chapters series. This one was the best out of the whole series, so there are 3 books before this one. I gave Endless 5 stars, and I feel like Empower is gonna get an all-time favorite. I hope so. I hope the ending is like crazy because I read the synopsis of the last book, and it sounds amazing. The last book that I read was Premeditated by Jocelyn L. McQueen. I got this book for review from Random House Canada, and look at the cover from the back. It's so creepy. And this is a revenge type book where this girl's cousin ends up attempting suicide, and she cuts her wrists, but then she doesn't actually die, and she's in the hospital at this critical stage, and she's in a coma, and it's all because of this guy. And she decides to enroll in this guy's school and basically take revenge for what he did to her cousin. And it's so addicting. To be honest, there is a twist in this book, and I figured it out halfway through, but I ended up reading like 200 pages non-stop. Like, I could not stop reading it. 200 pages, last 200 pages, I was like, screw everything else. I'm sitting down and I'm reading this, and I'm finishing it, and I did, and it's really good, and I ended up giving it 4 stars. The last book that I have, or am currently reading in the month of September, since it's only September 29th right now, is Tandem by Anna Jarzab. This is another book that I was given from Random House Canada, and I heard the best things about this, and I was kind of shocked when I found out that it also touches upon the whole parallel worlds thing. So far, I've only had the chance to read around 25 pages, but I'm loving it. Some of my TV shows are getting priority because they're just coming out, the season premieres of a lot of different shows, so I had to put this on hold, but I'm hoping to read a bit of it tonight. I heard really good things about this, and I'm really excited for this. I kind of like crossed over to my October TBR, so yeah, that would be the first book for my October TBR. Other book is Notable by Marnie Bates, and this is the 3rd companion novel of this series, and this comes out in November, and it's like the cutesy type, and it's only 260 pages. And the last book is Relic by Renee Collins. Funny thing is that when I requested this book, I thought it was a different book. I thought it was Relic by this other author that has been getting the most amazing reviews. Not this. It's a mistake on my part. But however, this is like Western historical fantasy. But I started it. I was like 30 pages in, but the 30 pages kind of took like a couple of days for me, so I had to put it down because I was not in the mood for this, and I picked up Unbreakable, and I read that in 2 days. So that was a good decision for me. And yeah, it says here, the strongest magic may lie within. If any of you guys have read this or are looking forward to reading this, let me know. It already came out on August 27th, but I just received it. So you'll notice a lot of these books have not been hauled yet, because we're so behind in our book hauls, but whatever. And yeah, there's that. If you guys have any suggestions for some cute contemporaries like Anna and the French Kiss and The Distance Between Us by Casey West and all that stuff, please let me know. I'm not really looking for new adult books, but if you guys have any suggestions for cute contemporaries, please comment below, because I'm really in the mood for those. That's all for me. These are the books that I have read. Let me know what books you guys have read or are excited for from the list of books that I showed you. And again, if you guys have an answer to my question, please comment below. And other than that, I hope you guys have a lovely month. And sorry for our lack of videos, but we're kind of really busy with school and university. But that's it. Have a nice day. Bye, guys.